What's up everyone? So welcome back to another video. Today's video is actually running a little late. It's the live cop for the Yeezy 700 Kyanites, the Yeezy foam runners, the Supreme TNF collab, the Supreme Air Force ones, the Clot Air Max ones, and also the Stealth 5s. So before we get started, I do want to tell you guys that today is the last day to enter my 1K subscriber TSB giveaway. So if you haven't entered, all you have to do to enter is go to my last video, like that video and comment done once you're done, and yeah, that's pretty much it. All entries will be accounted for once and the winner will be announced in my next video. In addition, I do want to take a minute and thank my sponsors. We actually have a new sponsor today, so welcome Scarlet Proxies. They're actually the first company I ever bought ISPs from, so it's kind of a big deal for me that they reached out and wanted to partner up. But if you want ISPs that work on every site effectively, their information will be in the description down below. But we can't forget about Aurora Proxies and Scarlet Proxies for changing the game literally every single week. So if you guys want to check them out, their information will be in the description down below. And I think I do have some invite links down below, so go check them out. Those invite links are limited, so they might have run out already, but if you have notifications on, you might be able to catch the next live cop with more invite links. In addition, I do want to take a minute and thank Sneaker Mami in her Discord, Mommy's Kitchen, for giving me all the information I needed in the past couple weeks. So big thank you to her and her staff, and Yeezy Slides too for getting me hip. Besides that, let's get into the video. So for the Yeezy 700s, I rented out Dashe. Basically, it wasn't that expensive. It was $70 in order to rent it out for that drop. So I was like, might as well try it. So this is my first time running Dashe, and during the drop, the first 3 minutes, Dashe wasn't working until a hotfix was implemented. So after the update, some of my tasks started going through and we were able to get checkouts. For Dashe, I did connect it to AYCD, but at the same time I did have some captcha solvers open just in case. I don't know why, but AYCD was solving and the captcha solvers were also solving my V3 captchas. I don't know if there's a correlation to that with my success, but I was able to check out 6 pairs with Dashe. In addition, Dashe's performance has been pretty good in the past couple months for Yeezy drops, so I am looking to possibly pick up a copy if I can. In addition, we did run Prism, but it was pretty much stuck in queue the whole time for me. Some users were able to get through. I wasn't able to really get through until the very end once it was sold out. Their Yeezy supply module does work, but for most of the users it didn't work for this drop. They did have more success, however, for the foam runners, but I still wasn't able to hit. So, but at the end we did hit 6 pairs with Dashe, so I'm happy about that. So for the foam runners, I actually ran a bot that hasn't worked for anyone in so long, and somehow Ewan did push out an update and magic mode just came through for me that day. We were able to get 4 pairs off of Splash Force on Yeezy supply. Hopefully Splash Force does keep on working throughout the month of April. We'll see. But thank God for Splash Force are coming through because I didn't rent out Dashe again, so I was just testing my luck for the foam runners drop. So for the Supreme TNF drop, for the Supreme TNF drop, I did run mech. Worked really well. Probably because not a lot of people were going for the Supreme TNF mountain jackets, but I did manage to get a lot of them. Prices aren't doing too hot, so I don't even know. So for Supreme TNF, I kind of forgot to start recording in the beginning, but during the drop, browser normal and browser safe were not working for me, and a lot of people said they were starting to hit with API mode. So there was a huge switch to API mode, but once I switched to API mode, which is the restock mode, Mech came through and literally checked out every single task that was on API mode. So that was great. I was running for the camera also because I just wanted the camera, but I wasn't able to hit it. There hasn't been any restocks, I don't think. so I'm probably gonna pay resale for the camera. Luckily for me, I do have a buyer for the jackets, so I won't be stuck with them, so thank God for that. Besides the mountain jackets, we also were able to get one of the vests, so the Baltoro vest or the puffy vest, I don't know what it is, but profits are better than the mountain jackets, so thankful for that. But this just goes to show that you should run every single mode on mech for every drop, and just consider how many tasks you can run total so it doesn't overload your computer. But yeah, this drop was pretty easy, but not as easy as the Supreme Air Force One restock. Okay, so for the Air Force Ones, this drop was literally garbage. Like, they did not drop on time. They dropped like randomly, like they dropped at the end of the hour. Like I just wasn't having it. So instead, midway, I saw that the paint drip lows were restocking on champs. So I started running for those. And luckily we were able to hit 3 pairs on champs. So that kind of makes up for Supreme a little bit. But yeah, I mean, the Supreme Air Force Ones are going to be restocking every Friday from now on. So we have multiple chances. I'm not pressed. We did hit a couple Air Force Ones on a previous restocks. We hit a size 10 white and a 7.5 black. So it is what it is. I'll get more practice out of mech with the weekly Supreme Air Force One restocks. But I'm happy I got the grade school paint drip mids. They're actually doing pretty well. I was able to get some pairs in store as well. So shout out to my in-store plug. You know who you are. Besides that, yeah, this drop was pretty dog shit. Okay, so the last 2 drops actually happened on the same day. We have the Clot Air Max 1s and also the Stealth Jordan 5s. So these 2 drops, I mean, it was kind of unexpected. Clots are doing a lot better than I thought. Thought they were going to be 50 profit, but a little more actually, so thank God for that. The stealths, I didn't know were gonna be that profitable. To be honest, I thought they were gonna brick, but they are doing pretty well, so I ran more after my recording. So we did hit 9 pairs of the stealths, running for about 15 minutes or so. Not that long. I didn't even start until way later, looking at prices, seeing that they did go up. The reason why stealths went up was because the pairs on foot sites were pretty limited for a Jordan. There was only 4,600 some pairs, and not a lot of people end up copying. So the quality on the stealths the quality on the stealths also look really good. To be honest, I think it's like the same leather on the side panel of the Jordan 1 University Blues, but I could be wrong. My pairs haven't come in yet, but I'm kind of excited to see them because we haven't seen a Jordan 5 do well in a while, so I kind of want to see what the hype's about. Besides that, this drop was pretty easy, not gonna lie. I ran resis on foot sites, which absolutely just destroyed it. With drops that aren't super hype, I would say run resis, and with really hype drops, run ISPs. For sneakers, if you want to know my TSB setup, I do have a video on that, so if you want, you can go check that out. But besides that, I think that's the end of my live cop. So also I want to show you guys what came in this week, some pretty cool stuff. We did catch some restocks that wasn't recorded, but I do want to show you guys what came in. Okay, so we actually have a lot of stuff that came in this week. There's a lot of stuff to go over. So let's start with an older release from like 2 weeks ago. We have, what are these things called? Ash Pearls. I mean, it's a pretty cool shoe. I like how they're using purple, different colors now, but it's still like a Lundmark base, so decent, not bad. Infant sizes will do well over time, but we do have a buyer for these. So the next shoe that came in is the Kyanites. So this is one of them. This is the size 4 pair, little baby pair, but I like these more than the Azaraths, to be honest, because there's more white on them. The blue goes through the like alien looking cage. not a bad shoe. Looks really comfortable. I like the 700V ones a lot more than these. A regular Wave Runner to me is like a lot more better looking than these. These will go up in price. Just look at Safflowers. Over time they did do a lot better than the clays. So this shoe will go up. If you do want a pair, I would recommend picking it up as soon as possible before they go up in the summer. So pretty cool. Adidas, not bad. This is probably what people wanted instead of the Azarath, so I think this is one of the better 700s. Next, we have a really controversial shoe. This is probably the most controversial shoe in the past year. This is the Yeezy Foam Runner in the sand colorway, which just dropped like last week. Yeezy Supply has been really fast with their shipping recently, so pretty cool. This one's literally just like the first Yeezy Foam Runners. Nothing really too special about them. They just look absolutely ridiculous. Like, if you're wearing this out in the street, everyone's gonna look at you. There's no doubt. Like, who the hell wears these? But I mean, props to you if you want to wear these. Like, there's no issue with it. The only thing that I don't see comfortable about these is the massive opening at the top. The opening going really far in the front of your foot, I feel like every time you take a step, your feet will feel the two ridges right here. But besides that, this shoe is a pretty cool shoe, really alien-like. What's interesting to me though is the moon gray colorway. So apparently for this shoe, no two shoes are exactly the same. So they weren't able to make the marbling on the shoe exactly the same for every pair. So some shoes might have more marbling than the others, and some shoes might have less. So the pair I have right here in hand has a lot more marbling than most pairs I see. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I think this design's pretty cool. Like, I feel like I'm seeing a lot more companies doing this design on their soles and plastic materials, and there's gonna be more to come, but this shoe is pretty crazy. Look at the bottoms, like, insane. There's like giant massive holes in these, but I feel like they're still comfortable. This is my size, but I'm not gonna be wearing these. I have Birkenstocks, so I'm not gonna keep. I'm gonna hold on to these, but I'm not gonna be wearing these. So the Supreme mountain jackets, the studded mountain jackets, guys, don't buy these. Like, this design is just like trash. Like, I've never seen like TNF like this bad. Even the metallic mountain parkas, they were so much better than this. This is a really light jacket if you do want a really light jacket, but I don't really see the appeal of wearing printed studs on a Supreme jacket. Right here we have the red colorway. I'm not taking it out so you guys can see it because I'm not gonna be keeping these. They're kind of worthless right now. So we also have the black colorway. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Actually, not really cool, so yeah, I just don't like them. I also got in two pairs of these. So these are the Pearl Dunks. A lot of girls probably really want these, some guys also. This is a really clean colorway, except that the leather is just like the other pairs of Dunks, not really that great. If you have a pair of these, I would recommend holding them if you can, but if you can't, they're still really good profit right now. But this colorway is just really clean. There's the same like errors on these pairs of Dunks, just like the other pairs of Dunks that just released. So you have the stitching that goes into the white, which I don't really like, but it is what it is. These aren't for personal, so I think this is a really great shoe. And if you do want a pair, I would recommend picking this shoe up before summer. Odds are this shoe will go up in price during the summer and fall because Dunks are just an amazing shoe to pull off when it's hot out. So what I will be keeping though is a pair of black Dunks. So these black and white classic Dunks. I was lucky enough to be informed by my in-store plug, you know, to go in stores and basically buy these for retail. So we were able to get these in stores. I was able to try them on in stores before I bought them, so they are my size. So I'm gonna be keeping a black pair of Dunks. And in addition, I have another pair of Dunks coming next week that I'm also keeping for personal, but unfortunately I didn't get them for retail. I wasn't able to hit on sneakers, but this shoe is a really classy shoe. As you've seen, some people are putting the metallic gold stars on the side panel to make it look like the Supreme Dunks. Yeah, I just think this is like a staple dunk. Like, this is like the bare minimum. This is the canvas. Really cool dunk. Really glad to have this in my collection. This is also my first Nike dunk, so can't wait to wear these whenever I go on a trip or something. So the last pair I have to show you guys is the UNC Jordan 1s. Or actually, these are called the University Blues. I pretty much sold most of my pairs already. These are just extra pairs coming in late. I think I still have 2 more pairs that still need to come in that are grade school. So we'll see if they come in or we'll see if they get canceled. But it is what it is. We did already sell, I think, 8 pairs already. So I did debate on whether or not to keep it. The leather on here is really soft, as I already said in a previous video. And then the suede, the quality of the suede is actually like insane. In my opinion, it's almost as good as the Mochas, if not just as good. But the leather on these, 100 times better than the Mochas. Leather on the Mochas, absolute garbage. In my opinion, if you do want to get a pair of University Blue Jordan 1s, I do recommend picking it up as soon as possible, like right now, since prices have dipped. But I feel like in a month or 2 or so, probably in the summer, or if another stimulus check comes out, this shoe will go back to its all-time high again. So if you do want a pair of these, I would recommend picking them up as soon as possible. But if you don't, it is what it is. Besides that, I hope you guys have a chance to enter the giveaway I'm doing. If you don't, there will be more in the future for you to enter and better bots. I wouldn't be that worried about it. But yeah, this pretty much concludes the video, so I'll see you guys next time. Peace.